Does Daniel Snyder keep his team, the Commanders? It's a great question. It's a really good question. There's congressional hearings going on right now, and one of the things that struck me was there's congressional hearings. Roger Goodell is zooming in, and Roger Goodell said he said, I've not seen a worse culture in my time in the NFL than Daniel Snyder's. Say, all right, that's not great, right? That's kind of damning. Now, he also said that they had punished Daniel Snyder. I think it's going to come down to this. I think it's going to come down to, and this is my way of thinking, when they punished Daniel Snyder, did Daniel Snyder make the necessary changes in his work environment? I feel like right now Daniel Snyder is up against it, and more up against it. Like, and it's his own fault. I'm not taking his side, not even a little bit. I feel like he is one of those guys that arrogantly decided this is what we're going to do. We can get around any type of stuff. He had a shadow kind of investigation, secondary books, allegedly. All this is alleged, and was arrogant enough to say we can get around all this. And then when you do that, what is the old line? The cover-up is worse than the trial, right? I mean, that's what we always say, Watergate, that kind of thing. Cover-up is worse than the crime, not the trial. Well, I don't know whether Daniel Snyder's cover-up is worse than the crimes, because the crimes aren't great, particularly if he didn't do anything to correct them once he got punished. I got to believe he's going to keep his team. I think it's got to be like 75% of owners have to vote him out. Goodell was grilled yesterday whether or not he had the power to just say adios to Daniel Snyder. I don't think he did. I don't think he does. He said he doesn't. Now, one thing I've learned by having family members that are lawyers, there's always this. And one thing I learned about being a basketball coach, there's always this. I say it all the time. The rule book is this thick because it started out this thick, and then coaches started getting around things, so more and more had to be added. Same thing. Same thing with lawyers. You figure out a way to get through. So I don't think he's going to lose his team. Should he? Probably. I mean, would the league want him to? Yeah, I would think. I mean, it seems like every month this guy's into something. It seems like every freaking time you open up a newspaper, he's blanking people off. So, yeah, maybe he should, but I don't have the answer to that. I don't know enough about it, but I do know if they call a Senate hearing about you and your team, you got a problem. Now, he's off in the south of France. He's on his yacht, his yacht, depending how you want to say it. And good for him. Hey, I ain't mad at you when that's what you do. That's cool. If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. But the truth of the matter is you can stay on your yacht, you can come back on your yacht, but when at the end of the day, when they have a Senate hearing about you, you got a problem.